guys, so today I have for you my review and sort of mini demo of the Devita Cappuccino Cocoa Mud Mask. This is one of my favorite clay mud masks because it's both effective and gentle, and I especially like to use it on the weeks or the days when I'm having like really bad breakouts, like I am right now, so you'll sort of see that in the mini demo in a little bit. So this Devita mask specifically is paraben free, it's 100% vegan, it's gluten sensitive safe, it contains a certified organic ingredient, it's got no GMOs, and so this is the 3-ounce tube that I have, and this runs retail for $16.95. Generally you can get it on iHerb or like Amazon for around $13.50, something like that, so you can definitely find it cheaper in other places than like the Devita website. But they also offer a 6-ounce size, and there used to be an 8-ounce size. I don't know if that's still offered or if it's still made, but I know that those sizes exist somewhere. So the back of this mask describes this as the delicious smell of chocolate and coffee makes your mouth water. Our gentle face mask is naturally rich in nutrients that replenish the skin, plus the extra kick from caffeine, nature's own microcellular stimulant, a perfect choice for all skin types, as it can stimulate and encourage the circulation. Excellent for use as a body mask too. I've never tried it as a body mask, but I have only used this as a face mask, and even though this is a 3-ounce tube, which generally the ones that come in like 2-ounce tubes I can go through pretty quickly, I've had this one since March, and I use it pretty consistently, maybe once every 2 weeks. In the beginning I used it a lot more, maybe like once a week, but now I use it probably like once every other week, and I'm only like down to here in the tube, so I definitely still have a good amount of product left in it, so it'll last you quite a little while. So the ingredients in this are de-ionized water, aloe vera gel, which is the one certified organic ingredient in here, bentonite clay, montmorillonite clay, kaolin clay, coffee bean extract, panax or ginseng extract, kola nitida, which is just kola nut extract, lauroyl, lysine, and allantoin. So I thought that I would go through the ingredients and sort of tell you the benefits of the specific ingredients that they have on your skin. So the water, which is de-ionized, is a deeply demineralized and ultra pure water. So it's definitely not the kind of water that you get like out of your tap or even out of like a water softener or something like that. It's like ultra pure water. So then the aloe vera gel acts as a moisturizer and helps treat acne. It's anti-aging and nutrient rich. And a lot of natural products contain aloe vera gel because it is so good for your skin. So that's a good ingredient in there. The bentonite clay and the montmorillonite clay are basically the same thing. What I was reading is that the difference is the bentonite clay comes from Wyoming, and the montmorillonite, which I can't pronounce that word, it comes from France. So they practically are the same clay, they're just mined from different locations. They're both called the healing clay, and they are both used internally and externally as a way to detox just both the body and the skin. So they're essentially the same clay, just from different regions. The kaolin clay fights acne and increases circulation to the face. And you will also find a lot of kaolin clay in a lot of other clay-based masks. The coffee bean extract, which is anti-aging, moisturizing, and the microcellular stimulant, and it also increases circulation to the skin. The ginseng extract maintains elasticity, vitality, and regeneration capacity of our skin cells. It's anti-aging. It also increases oxygenation to the skin. It detoxifies and rids the skin of free radicals. And some studies even say that it promotes type 1 collagen production in human dermal fibroblast cells. It's a mouthful. So then the kola nut extracts treats inflammation. The lauroyl lysine is used as a skin conditioner, and it's like a binding agent to bind all the ingredients in here so they don't separate. And the last ingredient in here is the allantoin, which is a moisturizer and an anti-inflammatory. So you just basically, by reading the ingredients, you can tell that all of the ingredients in here are really pure. There's basically no preservatives in here, I guess, except the lauroyl lysine and possibly the allantoin. I'm not exactly sure what that is, even after doing some research on it, but it's basically, this is pretty pure. All of the ingredients would come up as like 0 or 1 on the EWG. It's also nice that they have in here that none of the ingredients are GMO, so that's also nice too when companies will do that. And I thought this was interesting. I didn't know this. It's manufactured exclusively for Devita International in Phoenix, Arizona. So I know that they're somewhere around where I live, which is kind of cool. So I really enjoy using this mask. Like I said, I especially use this on days when I'm having like a really bad skin breakout or my skin just feels like clogged or something. This definitely won't be the most intense clay mask that you can find. I've heard a lot of people say that the Indian Healing Clay Mask, which is a bentonite clay mask, it's just strictly bentonite clay, definitely is more intense than this one will be, especially with the other ingredients in here that sort of help moisturize the skin along with the bentonite clay and the other clay ingredients. So if you're looking for like a seriously intense mask, this won't be it, though it does tingle and sort of like itch when as it's drying. There are a couple of minutes as it's drying where it'll get like really itchy and like really intense tingling sensation, and then it sort of subsides and it becomes as it dries, and it never gets to that point where it's like throbbing on your skin or it's like, you know, your face is like pulsing, which there are some that I've used that have done that. So this definitely isn't one of those. So this is definitely an effective clay mask, but it's also sort of like gentle-ish at the same time. I only say ish because of the tingling and the itching that sort of happens around like the 5 to 6 minute mark of the drying time. So just before I talk about this anymore, I'm going to insert some clips of the demo that I did. I'm not going to put like a ton of footage in, but I'll show you applying it, what it looks like, and my thoughts and what my skin looked like after I took the mask off. So if you're interested in seeing the demo and a few more comments at the end about what I think about the mask, then just keep watching. So before I do any mask, I always like to spray my Rose Petals Rose Water just to help keep my skin hydrated, and sometimes some of these masks can be a little bit dry to get on, so it sort of helps as like a base for it. So here is the mask that I'm going to be using. I had initially planned to do a different mask as my very first one of these videos, and then my skin broke out like crazy, so I needed a different kind of mask. So what I've got going on is mainly like here. So I know it's all like hormonal or whatever, but it still sucks. So. And I've also got a oil treatment in my hair right now. So I'm double masking today, hair mask, face mask. So now I'm going to start putting this on. So it comes out like this brown color, and it smells exactly like chocolate. It says on here it smells like coffee, but I don't smell the coffee. I smell mainly just chocolate. So I like to spread a really thick sort of layer like everywhere that I'm breaking out. So I'll even do down onto my neck too, and I need a little bit more down here. Oh, and there it is with a pretty decently thick layer all over my skin. It's a nice brown chocolatey color. So the back of the bottle says to leave it on 5 to 15 minutes. I generally will leave it on sort of like as long as I feel like. Sometimes I'll do 15 minutes, sometimes I'll leave it on for an hour. I've even left it on for a couple hours and have had no problems. The sort of the most uncomfortable time is the beginning when it's starting to dry. It gets sort of like tingly and like tight a little bit, but I'll point those things out as they happen on my face. But I'll probably leave this on maybe half an hour or 45 minutes today until I'm ready to take a shower. I've had my hair mask in probably an hour and a half, but I try to leave it in as long as I can. Usually I like to do it overnight, but we just got new sheets and I don't want to get the new sheets oily, so I just did it this morning. So it started to dry so far, sort of like here, in the places where it was a little bit thinner. And you could sort of feel it like tingling and like, it feels really tingly. The first like 5 or 10 minutes of this mask are a little bit uncomfortable just because of the tingling and like tightening feeling, but once the mask like sort of really dries and it's like done, it doesn't feel as uncomfortable, which is why I'm okay to leave it on for half an hour, or longer if I so choose to. Don't mind this crazy one back here. She's excited there's a bed in this room now. You can see it's dried quite a bit more. It's just really wet still here in these areas, so I could still feel it really tingling, like really uncomfortably. So I'll be back once this is fully dry and I'm ready to go take a shower and rinse it off. So here is the mask fully dry. It's been on probably about an hour now and I'm ready to go take a shower. So yeah, it just dries down and you can see where it sort of goes into the pores to get all of the stuff that's out. And it doesn't feel like super tight like, you know, some clay masks will. They'll be so tight that they throb on your face, but this one doesn't do that. There's definitely a couple of minutes in between like the 5 and 10 minute mark where the tingling and the itching from it drying sort of like gets really intense, and like I was like scratching at my face a little bit because it got really intense. So that's really the only sensation that you get is like the tingling and the itching just from it drying and the like extracts like the coffee and the ginseng and the other extracts getting in there. So that's really the only sensation that you get, and then once it's dry, it's pretty much, it doesn't feel like anything. So I'm going to go wash this off and I will come back before I dry my hair and all that stuff, and I will show you what my face looks like, see if there's been any difference in redness or anything like that. So usually I don't think that there is, but I usually do this at night, so I will be back in a few minutes. So here is my freshly showered face. I haven't done anything except brush my teeth, so I didn't put anything else on. It might look a little bit maybe less sort of irritated in some of these spots, but it hasn't taken down any of the redness, just because these clay masks can sometimes make your skin even more red because of the increased circulation to your face. So I don't think the redness has gone away, but my skin definitely does feel a lot smoother, and I didn't look at my pores. Let me do that now. I feel like my pores might be like a tiny bit reduced, but I've got really big pores, so it takes a lot for them to like really sort of reduce in size. But if you've got sort of like normal sized pores or maybe like smaller pores, it might actually help reduce the size of them just like a little bit more than it does for me. So, but I really like this clay mask. There's also another one from the Devita line, which is the tomato, which I'll do another video on at some other point, but because they have different skin benefits. But I really like these two. I really like the Devita clay mask. It's probably not as effective as like the Indian healing clay. I know a lot of people say really good things about that one. I haven't actually picked that one up. It's one that I want to at some point, but that's not one that I have. I also have another one that I might do next week if my skin is still this bad, but it's another clay based, like just powder that you add stuff to. So yep, here's just after. So my skin is smoother. I mean, the texture of my breakouts is still there, but like the rest of my skin is smoother. And so yeah, so like I said, I really do like this mask. It definitely makes my skin softer when I use it, and I notice better results if I use it more often, especially when I'm having a breakout like this. So I'll definitely be using this maybe another once or twice in the next couple of weeks, along with another clay mask to sort of help clear my skin out, because it's freaking out on me for some reason. So I think this is a good option for a clay mask. If you are looking for one, this is a good one to try. I'd also like to know what some of your guys' favorite clay masks are. I was going through some of my masks and I've only got like 4 or 5. I know that's that sounds kind of stupid, but I've got less clay masks than I've got everything else. So what are your favorite clay masks? What masks do you use when you're having a breakout? Just leave your like either recommendations or like your favorite masks down below, because I really want to know what you guys use when you've got a really bad breakout, because I'm still looking for like the perfect mask to help heal my breakouts. A lot of people have said that Indian healing clay, and that's definitely something that I'm going to pick up in the future. I'm not going to be buying anything for a while, but that's definitely one that I want to try. So just let me know what your favorites are. Have you tried this mask? Do you like it? Have you been thinking about picking it up? Just, you know, the same thing I say every time, just give me all your thoughts. So, Hopefully this wasn't too like all over the place. This is my first one of these, so I'm still sort of figuring out how I want to film them and how I want them to work in the future. So let me know what you thought, if you like this format, like the demo in sort of the middle and then my review at the beginning and the end. So I hope you enjoyed this, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.